Your attention is the new oil, and 1,000 corporations are drilling into your mind every day. You feel it, the inability to focus on a single task for more than 10 minutes, the almost spastic need to pick up your phone for no reason, a mental itch that only a new feed can scratch, the anxiety that creeps in during silence as if quiet itself is an enemy to be fought with any kind of noise. You open a dense book, read the same page 3 times, and your mind, like a ghost, passes through the words without absorbing anything. You try to plan your future, but your mind is hijacked by the notification that just flashed on your screen. No, you are not getting dumber. You are not weak or undisciplined. Your innate ability to think deeply hasn't evaporated. It has been stolen. It has been deliberately and surgically shattered into 1,000 tiny fragments of dopamine. But the question is, do you believe this loss of focus is a failure of your discipline or a feature of social engineering? Answer failure or feature in the comments. I want to see how this community views the game. Because the truth is, we have built a society that doesn't just tolerate distraction, but profits from it. A digital and cultural ecosystem that rewards the immediate reaction and punishes patience as if it were a defect. In this video, we will unmask the architecture of your distraction. We will understand how the principles of Machiavelli have been modernized to keep you occupied with cheap rewards, and more importantly, how the ancient and powerful philosophy of Stoicism offers the only truly effective weapon to reclaim control of your own mind in a world designed to enslave it. The first layer of the trap is the glorification of being busy. Modern culture has turned exhaustion into a badge of honor. "I'm swamped" has become a synonym for importance. Answering emails at midnight is seen as ambition, not as a lack of boundaries. But this hustle culture has an invisible and devastating cost. It destroys your capacity for reflection. A man who runs all day from one task to another has no time for the most important question of all. Is this race taking me to the right place? Or is it just making me tired faster? He mistakes movement for progress. The system doesn't need you to be effective in your own mission. It just needs you to be efficiently occupied within it. A busy man doesn't question the rules of the game. He just tries to play faster, never realizing he's running on a treadmill to nowhere. Most people are content to be pawns in this game, running faster on the treadmill that leads nowhere. But those who are here to reclaim control understand that the first step is to declare your mental independence. Comment below, "My mind is not for sale." It's a way to separate those who react from those who think. The second, deeper layer is dopamine engineering. Your apps, your news feeds, your promotions, none of this is neutral. These are systems designed by the most brilliant engineers on the planet to be as addictive as possible. The infinite scroll, the pull to refresh, the variable reward of a new like. This isn't convenience. It's a high-precision psychological slot machine. As Machiavelli taught 500 years ago, a ruler doesn't need chains to control the people if he can keep them occupied with bread and circuses, cheap rewards, and constant entertainment. The modern bread and circuses is dopamine on demand, delivered directly to your nervous system. And it works perfectly because a brain that gets used to receiving micro-rewards every 10 seconds loses the biological ability to seek rewards that take 10 years to build. It no longer wants the effort of building a business. It wants the validation of going viral for a day. It no longer wants the depth of a real relationship. It wants the instant gratification of a match. And here we arrive at the climax, the true purpose behind this entire architecture. The ultimate consequence of your distraction is not just a loss of productivity, it's the loss of your ability to be dangerous. A man who thinks long-term is dangerous to a system that depends on your impulsive consumption. A man who finds peace in silence is dangerous to an industry that sells noise 24/7. A man who builds his own internal validation is dangerous to a culture that profits from your insecurity. The system doesn't want to kill you. It wants something much more useful. It wants you alive, but exhausted, reactive, anxious, and indebted. A perfect citizen, a good consumer during the day, a passive spectator at night, and a keyboard warrior in between, always too busy to notice that the cage has no iron bars. It's made of glowing notifications. They convince you the cage is your fault and then sell you a meditation app inside it. So what is the way out? It's not a new productivity app. It's not another trendy focus hack. The way out is a rebellion, a silent, internal rebellion. The rebellion of Stoicism, practiced by men like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. Men who stood at the pinnacle of world power and understood that the true empire to be ruled was not Rome, but their own mind. The Stoic understands that 99% of what happens in the world is outside of his control, but his reaction, his interpretation, his focus, that is 100% his. This is his inner citadel, and it's the only territory worth defending with his life. He trains himself not to be a ping-pong ball of circumstances, but to be the rock against which the waves break. He doesn't try to win their game by their rules. He stops playing. He creates his own game, with his own rules, where victory is no longer applause but inner peace. Today we understood the why and how of the distraction system. But the question that will define our next debate is, what is the smallest yet most powerful daily habit to begin rebuilding a focused, sovereign mind in the midst of this chaos? The most strategic and well-reasoned answer in the comments will serve as the foundation for a future video on the discipline of focus.